Hello, welcome back to Lethal. I am Alistair, here to bring you a recap and review of WandaVision Season 1. WandaVision stars Elizabeth Olsen, Paul Bettany and Catherine Hahn. It is kicking off the fourth chapter, I guess, of the MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, in this show, it is quite a rapid change from the Marvel that we're used to. The ass kicking, there's still a lot of ass kicking, but it's a lot more dialed back. Here we're kind of taken on this journey through TV sitcom history, going back to the 1930s, 1940s, and moving up from there with a different generation. And it's pretty safe to say I wasn't really excited for this show until I heard that Catherine Hahn was in it. And over the last 9 weeks, it's just become the biggest thing ever. It's the #1 TV show in the world. It is huge. It just had its finale last night, and I have so many thoughts, so much to say. So tune in, strap the ride, roll the thing. So, WandaVision is set in the city of Westview, and basically the town is... Okay, let's stop. I'm going full spoilers, so if you have not seen it and you don't want spoilers, turn it off, go watch it, put me on pause, come back, press play, and give me a like and a subscribe while you're there. So, WandaVision is set in this little suburb called Westview, where its residents and WandaVision and their now children are kind of trapped by Wanda's powers. They are kind of moving through history, sitcom history with different eras. So we've got shows like I Love Lucy, Dick Van Dyke Show, Modern Family, Malcolm in the Middle, Growing Pains, all that kind of stuff just kind of building together. What I really enjoyed was Catherine Hahn. Now she plays Agnes, aka Agatha, who has the best theme song ever. I still can't get it out of my head. I'm still finding new videos of it on YouTube. Seriously, check out the Animal Crossing one. Mwah, beautiful. Anyway, every time she walks in, she just has these, typical sitcom one-liners that just make you laugh. And I think this is what really set the series aside for me. While I did love that there was a lot of action and stuff in the last 3 episodes, the first 6 kind of keep it simple, and that's what I really enjoyed. Finding that balance between the two is something that I don't think Marvel have been very good at in the past, but here, it's perfect. A couple of old favorites come back. So Kat Dennings comes back as Darcy. Randall Park comes back as Agent Wu. In limited roles, we also have Monica Rambeau, the grown-up version, adult version from the Captain Marvel child that we saw in the Captain Marvel movie. She is kind of this becoming a central piece, I guess, of the next phase of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is very exciting. Also, can we still call it the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Because now we've branched beyond cinema and we're into TV now. So can it just be called, maybe stick with the MCU, but the Marvel Connected Universe? That's what I'm putting out there. That's what I'm going to call it. MCU, Marvel Connected Universe. Bang, it's a thing. Finger guns away. So what I didn't like, I had a feeling that Agnes was the villain from the first episode. And the more that they did things, the more I was like, yeah, she's the villain. So when the reveal came that she was the villain, I wasn't too shocked. Everyone was. But I was a bit like, called it. So it was a little disappointing for me, that reveal. However, the way they did the reveal was perfect. The song, oh my god, that song. I've listened to it so many times. It's on my Spotify. I'm guessing it's probably going to be my most listened to song of 2021. Thank you, Spotify charts. But that character of Agatha Harkness is not traditionally a villain, so I thought it was odd that they went for that choice. And when they got all the way to the finale and she was trying to basically steal Scarlet Witch's power, I was a bit disappointed because I really wanted her to be like a mentor for Scarlet Witch. And I don't know, it doesn't have to follow the comics. I get that. I understand. But I just feel like hopefully she comes back because she is now banished to Westview as the nosy neighbor. Wanda did say to her, the last thing she said to her was, if I ever need you, I know where to find you. So I'm hoping, please, that means that we'll have Catherine Hahn come back into the MCU at some point. Maybe in Doctor Strange 2, that'd be nice. Another thing that I really didn't like was the Evan Peters payoff. So basically he came in as, you know, her brother, Pietro, who all we know died in Age of Ultron. But Evan Peters played the same character in the Fox X-Men movies. So it was a big like, oh my god, what are they doing with the mutants? Are they bringing them in? Is this like the start? And it very well could be. However, in the last episode, it was revealed that he's just a Westview resident, and he was being controlled by Agatha. His real name is Ralph Boner, so then they made a dick joke and shrugged it off. I thought that was really crass and really lazy. Like they got to the end and it was just easier to do it this way. So I just feel like, you know, we've had this before. We've had this before with the Mandarin and Iron Man. We've had it before in Spider-Man. These freaking fake outs. Stop. If you don't know how to finish it off without a fake out, don't put it in. Really, just don't. So anyway, those were the two things that I didn't like. Apart from that, it was flawless. The acting itself, Elizabeth Olsen is incredible, and I really hope that she gets non-MCU work out of this, because she is a freaking powerhouse. Same with Paul Bettany. They have such great chemistry as Wanda and Vision. They work so well together. And adding in funny girl Catherine Hahn, who can go from, you know, giving us zingers to, you know, fabulously flamboyant songs to an evil, you know, angry witch. Just like that is just incredible, and I really think that everyone who was chosen for this film was, for this show's rather, was perfect casting. It was really good to see Darcy and Agent Wu back. They're two of my favorite characters, and I really hope that this brings them back into the MCU and we get to see a little bit more of them, because they're great comedic relief. They're also good to keep things on the human side. When things start getting too alien-y or witchy in this case, they really pull it back so we can see how it's affecting the rest of the world, and I really enjoyed that. And Darcy's snark is just perfect. Anyway, so overall, WandaVision exceeded my expectations, like blew them out of the water. It was so good. I am not going to be upset if there's no season 2. Because I think this is such a perfect season, a perfect arc. I don't want them to, you know, Stranger Things or Heroes it and cuck it up with more if you don't need to. So if you haven't watched the last episode yet, make sure that you stay tuned, because there are 2 post-credit scenes. One is for the Captain Marvel 2 and one is for hopefully Doctor Strange 2. So make sure you stay tuned and watch it right till the very end of the credits, because you don't want to miss it. So that is it. That's my review of WandaVision Season 1. A near perfect season, but 2 little things that cucked it up. So I give it 4.5 out of 5. As always, thanks so much for watching. I'm Alistair, this is Lethal, and I'll catch you on the next one.